and welcome to AISD-TV News for the week of September 16th. I'm Kayla Jones. Remynse Elementary hosted breakfast with grandparents recently in honor of Grandparents' Day. Photos were taken and then sent home with the students so they can present these mementos to their grandparents. What a nice keepsake for the grandparents. Also, we have to talk about Remynse Elementary's third annual Welcome Back to School Car Parade. Parents, local community organizations, faculty members, and the Grand Prairie Fire Department participated. Cars were decorated, and they drove around the school a couple of times, honking their horns and waving at the students who were sitting on the sidewalk. Event coordinator Monique Simmons said it was the best parade so far. 2 students from Hill Elementary were selected to participate in Education in Action's 2013 Lone Star Leadership Academy camps. Selection to the Academy was based on each student's demonstrated academic success and leadership ability, an educator recommendation, and involvement in school and community activities. 5th grader Riley C. and 6th grader Patrick R. participated in the Austin-San Antonio camp, where they developed leadership skills while learning about the great state of Texas. 1,007 students were chosen from all across the state for this great opportunity. What a great opportunity for Riley and Patrick and Hill Elementary. Last year, when the explosion in West occurred, Martin High School faculty member Richard Ellis mentioned he had a friend who coached in West. The junior class student council officers wanted to help. Fortunately, they have rainy day funds set aside from the profits of the Pentatonix concert 2 years ago. With the help of their sponsors, Leslie Williams and Caroline Powers contacted Coach Chad McClin of West Intermediate School. They quickly learned that the PE department lost every piece of equipment in the explosion. $2,500 was spent to completely outfit the West Intermediate School PE department with equipment and storage bins. During their recent trip to San Antonio for leadership camp, the 2013-2014 STUCO officers had the opportunity to meet Coach McClin face-to-face and were awestruck at the amount of damage that was done by the explosion and how much work is still needed to be done. Because of this, Martin High School's theme for homecoming on October 11th is Warriors for West. Carter Junior High School, under the direction of new principal Rachel Brown, has started a Where Will You Wednesdays. Each week, staff and students will wear a college, university, or armed forces shirt to support Carter's commitment to preparing their students for post-secondary readiness. In addition, faculty and staff are donating $20 each to be used to fund a scholarship for a former Carter Junior High School student who is graduating from Sam Houston High School or Arlington High School and planning to attend college or career prep program or join the armed forces. A generous donation of college shirts for Carter Junior High students came from their next-door neighbors, First Presbyterian Church of Arlington. Last Saturday, across the Arlington School District, Operation Graduation was in full force to bring in those students who were registered last year but have not returned to school. Volunteers made up staff and community members visited a few hundred last known addresses to encourage the former students to come back to school. Here's more on this story.
Hello, my name is Wendy Carrington and I'm the Director of Dropout Prevention, and today we conducted our 4th annual Operation Graduation. Operation Graduation is when the school district comes together with community volunteers and we go out and seek students that have not returned to school. Today we're going to speak with some of the volunteers that joined us to look for those students.
We had one in particular today, success story with a brother and a sister who had both dropped out of high school and had not returned to school. And so we began talking to them about how close they were in terms of credits and the opportunities that exist today for them to come back to school and obtain their high school diploma. And you could tell that initially they were a little reluctant to even visit with us, but as we spoke more about the opportunities and the fact that this is really the ticket to their future, they were inspired, and they were inspired to come back to school, and they made a commitment. In fact, they made us a deal, right, Wendy, and you were there. They made us a deal that they were going to go to 600 New York as their first starting point to go see the services that are available, and they will be connecting back to school.
We recognize that they've dropped out because they generally think, okay, the homeschool environment didn't work for me. And we have other options here. They just don't know about them. Well, we represent the school. This morning I knocked on the doors and said, Arlington Schools, good morning, so that if they didn't like their experience at their home school, that they knew that we were there representing the district. And the whole purpose is, let's find a venue that fits best for you. We're not trying to hard sell our homeschool, especially knowing that they dropped out because they thought that their only alternative was to go that homeschool.
We struck out 6 times, but every second of this morning was worth that student, that one student. And, you know, it's a shame we couldn't get all 6, but that one student makes the difference. And I gave him my cell phone number. I said, if there's anything you need, you call me, and you better invite me to your graduation.
I guess the neatest things that I enjoyed was watching community members say, oh, we've seen y'all all day long. That's very impressive that you're out in the community and really reaching out to the kids and helping them out.
Today we had a very successful day here at Lamar High School. We reached several students, and we're excited to talk to all of the other volunteers at all of our other high schools that also reached out to our students today. We're looking forward to making a commitment to follow up on those students, get them to come back and finish that high school diploma. At 600 New York is the location where my department is currently located, and at 600 New York we have services for all students. If you know anyone who hasn't finished their high school diploma and needs a diploma or a GED, please invite them to come see us at 600 New York, where we can help them, give them some advice and get them on the right track to finishing. Have a great day and stay in school.
Thanks for that report. The address for the 600 New York building is 600 New York Street. That's keeping it simple. Now it's time for sports with Remynse Clements.
Hello everyone, I'm Remynse Clements, and we will start off the sportscast with high school volleyball, which began district play last Friday. Getting wins was Arlington, who beat North Crowley in 3 games, Martin taking Bowie in 3, Lamar beats Fort Worth Paschal in 4 games, and Sam Houston loses to Weatherford in 3. In 4-5A, Seguin loses to Mansfield Legacy in 3 games. Tuesday, AISD-TV will be at Arlington High School as the Lady Colts host the Lamar Lady Vikings. The game will be played back on Wednesday through Sunday at noon and 7 p.m. excluding Thursday. Now moving to football. Friday night at Cravens Field, it was homecoming for the Lamar Vikings, who hosted Keller Central. It wasn't until the second quarter before the first score was made, coming from a 13-yard run by Keller Central's KT Smeeby. Lamar came back with 2 unanswered touchdowns of their own, like this Shane Bouchel completion to Alex Baird for 32 yards, and then running back Cameron Smith taking it in from 16 yards out, ending the half 14-7. Tied up at 28 and only 70 seconds left in the game, Bouchel goes to work connecting with Alex Baird for 7 and Andra Lemons Hicks for 26, and then hits Jerry's King for a 32-yard touchdown, putting Lamar up 35-28 with only 32 seconds left in the game. Viking defense holds and Lamar wins their homecoming and now have a 2-1 season record. At Wildman Field, the 4A Seguin Cougars took on the 5A Sam Houston Texans. It was an explosive start with Seguin's Kelton Moore rushing in from 31 yards for the first score. Sam Houston's Irvin Hill turned around and went 41 yards for the Texans' first score and to tie the game at 7. Then it was Moore again from 5 yards out, putting Seguin on top 14-7. After an Alvarez 30-yard field goal in the first quarter, Sam Houston's Hill takes it in from the 8 to give the Texans their first and only lead of the game. Seguin answered back with Hammonds rushing in a score from 10 yards out, and Moore completing a 12-yard pass to Malcolm Rogers to send the Cougars into the half 27 to Sam Houston's 16. In the fourth quarter, Sam's Dalen Woods brought the Texans within 3 points of Seguin with his 8-yard run, but Cougars' Darian Hammonds shut the door on the Texans with his 64-yard rush to the final score of the night. Seguin wins 46-37 over Sam Houston. Elsewhere in the district, Martin Warriors beat up on South Grand Prairie Thursday night 30-7. Arlington loses their homecoming game to Mansfield Timberview 36-3. And Bowie takes their first loss of the season from Dallas Skylines 28-52. Next week is a bye week for the football teams except for the Arlington Colts, who will be traveling to Louisville for their Friday night game. That does it for this week on AISD-TV Sports. Go out and support your school. I'm Remynse Clements, and I hope to see you in the stands.
Thanks, Remynse. This Saturday is the Arlington Education Foundation's Tailgate Arlington fundraiser. Money raised from this event helped pay for the programs that enriches AISD students' educations. Good luck and raise lots of money. In entertainment news, the Lamar High School Madrigals were asked to sing with the classic rock group Foreigner on their song I Wanna Know What Love Is during their Saturday concert at the Levitt Pavilion. This was a fundraiser for the Levitt, and a signed Gibson Les Paul was raffled off at the concert. Raffle tickets were given out when Foreigner's Greatest Hits Live was purchased. Foreigner will be making a donation to the Lamar High School Choir program. How cool is that? That's it for today. For AISD-TV News, I'm Kayla Jones. Thanks for watching and have a great week.